Three, two, one. Good morning to the LB hour. This is the L. That's the B. If you don't see over there. And believe me, I want to tell you, today's going to be an interesting day. We're going to talk about some things that aren't quite always so happy, but hey, we're going to do it. And but this is what day is today, Brian?
Today is Sunday, May 2nd, 2021.
Wow, 2021. Wow, I think that it's been a long day. This is like a 99th episode, actually, isn't it? 98,
Let me check.
something like that.
We're on 98.
98. So yeah, so we're about ready to hit that massive 100 episodes, and we haven't even put this live yet. So that's pretty funny, but that's good. It's good to know because we've been bantering back and forth, trying to make ourselves a little better as far as not stepping on each other's words and speaking clearly, which is clearly something that I have a problem with. but yeah, no, it's been really fun, and we've got a long way to go and a couple days to get there, right?
Yeah, isn't that a song? Got a long way to go and a
And a couple
short
days
time to get there.
Oh, short time, yeah.
Yeah, is that Smokey and the Bandit?
Mm-hmm.
Eastbound and Down?
Load them up in trucking.
Yeah, there was a show called Eastbound and Down. It was
There was. I
pretty
don't know
wacky.
how well it went.
It's a little weird.
But I decided to try to go today outside. Actually, I figured why not?
Yeah, it's beautiful out there.
It's not really warm out here, but it will be eventually today.
Yeah, I'm not able to handle that kind of cold yet.
Am I too dark, by the way, or am I okay?
It's a little dark, but not bad. You're outside.
Yeah, I'm outside.
You got to bring your ring light outside.
I could do that. I've got the heater going on right now too. So
yeah, I think we can either wait till Wednesday to try going live, or we can do a practice tomorrow. I got one of my dummy sites.
well, I'm all for practicing, but what did I say? Yeah, no, I'm all for let's practice anyways, regardless. I mean, we'll
do a practice live tomorrow, and then we'll be by Wednesday. We'll be ready.
Come here, Max. So just introduce you to my favorite little creature.
Hey, there he is.
Did I press?
I released him from his bonds. He had that collar on. He wanted me to take it off.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure that I was.
Well, yesterday he had a very fashionable collar on him, but he didn't look like he liked it.
Well, yeah, for some odd reason that he's had I think he's got something choking stuff in his throat. I don't know if it's like a little piece of a bone or something, but it's very interesting when the dog, he had to drink water. And so last couple of days, he'll lay down and suck up water, which is crazy. When I told my daughter, I go, the daughter is sucking up, or the dog is sucking up water. Then it made me think, well, there's got to be something else to it. He's not just, he wouldn't do that normally. So
he's not just being wacky, but he's had some throat issues. So hopefully he'll be better.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. I take him to the vet tomorrow morning.
Oh, good. And what time you taking him to the vet?
As soon as we're done. So.
Oh, good.
If you want to go with me, you're more than welcome to drive to Astoria and back. That's where I gotta go. I have to go down there to the couch. I go there to the couch and take my dog there. But I don't have to the couch. I'm kidding. But that's how it was a while back, folks. We had to. Lonnie here had to get a new couch, and we had a big leather couch, and I had to get rid of it. And in turn, we got to get a red one, and it was a pretty big couch. And
yeah.
Did all one trip, didn't we, Ryan?
Yeah, where did we go to Seaside? That was pretty funny. We got lost a little bit. Everything was going wrong that night. You rented a U-Haul truck, van.
Pouring down rain. Pouring down rain.
Oh, God.
That was good, yeah.
I informed you about an hour in that I had night blindness. That was always good.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Yeah.
You never say that to somebody. So
I have no idea how we got there, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was like, I can drive. This is not a problem. And you're like, no, I don't want you to drive. It's kind of funny. You tell me
that was the day I got my truck, I think.
It might have been.
Yeah, I just got it, but then we didn't use it. It was too small for the couch.
Yeah. Yeah, but the truck would work great, actually, normally if it was.
Yeah.
Couches just
yesterday. You got some great chairs, red, white, and blue. I like that.
Yep. Out here somewhere. And I'm going to hopefully get this place going for the summer. It'll be a little better, although I can tell you right now, I'm gonna freaking call some other landscapers to come chop this freaking grass out, or this stuff out of the back of my yard, because there's grass growing, or not grass, but the
blackberries.
whatever it is, they're going to be gone soon because I'm going to hire somebody else to do it. Obviously, the guys I've hired on currently right now can't. So, and I'm not okay with that. I've paid them lots and lots of money.
Yeah, they're having trouble with the blackberries.
Well, they put a couple hours in, then they'll come out, they'll leave for a week, come back, and that's not okay. Stuff grows faster than we can possibly imagine. Life just keeps on bouncing, going more and more and more. So the blackberries just keep on growing. And there's blackberries in life, folks. Blackberries in life, they keep bringing you down constantly over and over. Hence the reason of this shirt is my shirt, the Seek Discomfort.
There you go. Well, you've been finding that pretty good.
Huh?
You've been pretty good finding that. So discomfort.
Yeah. Well, apparently, like I said, I'm gonna put this on my dating app, so it'll be like, it'll be my dating profile. Seek discomfort. Obviously, that's.
Hey, you might get an adventurous woman that way. She wants discomfort.
Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah, bad joke, but yeah, it's almost. I don't know. If you're looking for discomfort, go date with me.
Exactly. I like that. That's actually good.
No, but I said earlier we might go into a little dark territory here.
It's light there. You look good.
Well, I meant dark territory as far as in the conversation because yesterday, yesterday being Saturday, I lost 2 friends yesterday.
Oh,
so
man.
It was quite interesting. One was basically somebody who'd been sick for quite a long time, getting worse and worse, a friend's mom. And then one was also one of my best friends. She took her own life.
Oh, man.
Through suicide. So that was pretty brutal. But I mean, no matter what you do, I think in particular, this whole little Seek discomfort, it's kind of like life has its ups and downs. You gotta take when you're down, you gotta keep on, I don't know, it strengthens you. If you don't, when something negative comes your way, if you're not ready for it, or if you haven't done anything beforehand to deal with it, then it can be a lot worse. This person in particular, I was kind of, I love her to death. I deal with every day, but she has mental problems, so therefore, I guess it's not easy, because I know that she talked about it. She talked to me about it almost every day as far as having those feelings and stuff,
Yeah.
And I had taken her to a facility before. I've taken her out of a facility before. She's had some serious illnesses for the last few years. And the only reason why I can bring this up right now is I know that nobody's going to be seeing this for a few days. So
yeah,
but either way,
you've been a good friend, though. You did everything. I believe you did everything you could. You were there for her a lot.
Yeah.
The day before she did it, I guess she posted "I love you" on a post to you about your sister.
Yeah.
You had one where you surprised your sister in Seattle.
Yeah, you saw that? Yeah, I saw that.
That's great. I love you. So
yeah. It's one of those little last things that she people do towards the end. I saw on her daughter's site an "I love you" thing that she posted too. And so that's kind of like the last thing. But it didn't surprise me too much because I would get loving notes from her constantly, type of thing, and but not on the Facebook page yet. But
yeah,
I didn't think much about it. That's why I contacted her the next day or that night, and then she didn't reply for a day, and then I actually sent her some flowers on via Facebook yesterday or on something that was like May Day. Happy May Day, and because her mother currently is very, very ill in the hospital. But so the reason why it's so important that we don't tell everybody, because her mother doesn't know.
Yeah.
She's in ICU in another county. So
I think people probably will know, though. I mean,
they'll know soon enough. Yeah.
Somebody will go on Facebook or something.
Well, well, hopefully they don't go that rude about it, but people, only are good friends.
Well, I think people are sad. Somebody might say my friend and then give their name, and that'll freak people out.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to stay off Facebook today.
Yeah.
And like that, I was asked not to, so I totally understand that. Like I said, when you've got the things similar happened to me where when I had my stroke, or if I had when I had my hemorrhagic bleed, my dad was in the hospital, and they didn't tell him that I had my stroke because
Oh, wow.
he was in ICU basically checking out from cancer, and it was actually not the cancer that got him, but it was the chemotherapy and the radiation all combined. It was this big heavy duty overload of stuff.
Yeah.
But he tried to do it and tried to kill it, and in turn it killed him. So
yeah, that's what happened to my nephew, my brother Bill's son Tony, in 2001. He had got a leg injury. I thought it was a hip injury, turned into cancer somehow, or was cancer, and
wow,
the chemo got him. That was heartbreaking. He was a computer whiz. Tony, my nephew Tony, you would have loved him. He'd have our show perfect. He knew sound and he was early on in linking websites together, and he worked with advertising. He was just like those techie kids. Yeah, he was only 27. It was sad.
Yes, well, the thing is that I think honestly, since this pandemic started, and I wouldn't even say from the virus at all. I mean, it's all kit, or what do you call it?
Interconnected.
It's all part and parcel. But because isolation causes people to mentally have issues and whatnot. I think in particular I think I've lost 5 people that I know during this pandemic, which is strange because they're about my age. One was a friend of mine from way back when, but it was my sister's ex-boyfriend, yada yada. But he was a bartender, and he died of dehydration, which is strange, right? Because he's a bartender, but they were shut down for so many months.
Yeah, but didn't he drink a lot of alcohol?
He did, but that's what I'm saying. He was an alcoholic. He was a bartender, a really well-known bartender who drank a lot himself. But when he can't go to work, he stayed drunk for a few days, 4 or 5 days, I guess, and that will dehydrate your body.
Yeah.
State of he stayed drunk for 5 days, and because he couldn't go to work, he had no way to make money at the moment, and it's kind of, it's all part and parcel. It's not. You can't say, oh, the virus did it, and you can't say, oh, that. I mean, it's all part of the virus, really, the coronavirus. Yeah. So it's like the virus shut everybody down. Some of them can handle it, some of them can't.
Yeah, that's sad.
I mean, I will say cheers to you, Brian. I'm glad that we're doing something here. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I love this. This keeps us going. And then the Friday Night Live. And
then often, ladies and gentlemen, often my ears bleed talking to him, but hey, it's nice to do. But no, we had him. He basically died. We had another gentleman who was on possibly had some drugs. He committed suicide. He was a business owner. He was an intelligent man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had another very
he was really a sensitive guy, actually. He was a good dude. He just got caught up in a lot of stuff he was kind of freaked out by politics, and then he might have got back in. We don't know what happened, but I just liked him. I saw the guy, Bob. I saw him every day because he was at the gym until it closed. When 6 a.m. he'd be there every morning with his wife.
Yeah, no, for certain. I don't want to go out names, but yeah.
That guy he always seemed so happy too, but it's like you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, people have their demons,
Yeah.
And
I seem grumpy at times, but in reality I'm happy inside. So I'm the opposite. So don't worry
yeah,
about me. I will tell you though, if it ever happened that you thought I killed myself, investigate it because I never would. It would have to be murder. I'm not
good.
taking myself out. So get on the case.
Get on the case. Absolutely. Well, same here. I do believe there's no way I'd ever do it. So
Yeah.
there you go. It's not even in the realm of possibilities. I mean, that,
I'm gonna give credit to my parents and my church because as a Catholic, they really got us scared of suicide. It
yeah.
scared the hell out of me to think of it. It was
Well,
like
yeah, same
they
here.
told us it was an immediate trip to hell with no even St. Peter. You don't even
Yep,
get
yep,
St.
yep.
Peter.
That's that
I don't know
was
if any of that's true. It doesn't matter. It's kept a lot of
yeah.
people from doing it.
Well, yeah, I know for sure. Even
It
me,
really
I was
has.
taught the same. I was taught the same way back in the day. So that was,
Yeah. Well,
you know,
I've
but
told you this before, but this guy, he was given a speech. He was valedictorian in 2012 when Keenan graduated, and he went up and talked about how he was suicidal and depressed when he was young, and the only thing that stopped him was his Catholic upbringing. And then he got into high school, and the musical theater teacher enlisted him and changed his life. And he was valedictorian and happy and never had a suicidal thought again. But yeah, he said that when he was a kid, being a Catholic kept him from suicide.
yeah, well, I think religion in general does, and I like the fact that they people really do. There's two people in this world that don't believe in something, and so if they don't have that taught that, then I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe in particular they get stronger. I don't know. It's just it's a oh, right there. My towel. I've got these little beach towels out here. But anyway, um, yeah, no, I'm not sure. I just know that I was given a little bit of as a child. I mean, given enough religion and enough spirituality that I'm not allowed to ever give up.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I feel like I was brainwashed, but I'm kind of glad I needed some direction.
yeah, well, I got you there because right now, and not now, but I mean, there's been harder times in your life, and
Oh yeah, not now, but yeah.
no, yeah, there's been harder times in your life, and it's a darn good thing that we have that background.
Yeah. Most of the hard times I caused myself. So there you go.
Right. Yeah.
Zigged when I should have zagged, maybe. You heard that
Right. Yeah.
expression?
See, that's my mom would take every child and when they were sad, and she might talk about Jesus, she might talk about church a little bit, but she take every one of the grandkids or kids, take them over to the piano, and she teach them dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun
yeah.
dun, and that song was nobody loves me, everybody hates me, I'm gonna eat some worms, do
Oh, I like that.
big fat juicy ones, tiny little skinny ones, I'm gonna eat some worms. Yeah, I mean that right there, it's very, it gets the kids to think how horrible they're grossed out, but how bad can you feel about yourself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm so disgusted with nobody loves me. I'm gonna eat some worms, and they kids loved it,
Yeah.
because the thought of eating worms, the child is disgusting. The thought of eating worms as an adult is not real pleasant either. But
I ate one when I was a kid. We had to do it. It was like
I think I might have too. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Had to do it.
Just to see if it was.
I ate a tadpole at a track meet one time to freak out the other pole vaulters. I was trying to be cool. It worked.
Sure.
They thought it was pretty wild.
Trying to intimidate them by being how crazy.
Oh, I was a seventh grader, and they were the older kids, and I was trying to be cool around them. And so I went down, set the tadpoles, grabbed one, ate it, and they're like, "Whoa, this guy's crazy!" So I kind of got a little acceptance from the older guys.
There you go. Yeah. No, I told you before. I watched a guy eat a bullfrogs.
Now that's
Giant one.
That's rough.
Rip the head off, threw it in the
yeah, that's
through the
too
bottom
much.
toilet. Yeah.
They wouldn't have liked that. Those guys wouldn't have been impressed or wouldn't have liked that. But the tadpole was funny because they're like, "Whoa, I didn't even think of that."
But as far as it goes, I think that little things like that, overcoming these little hurdles in your life, whether it is finding appreciation of others by doing crazy little stunts and whatnot,
Yeah.
You are seeking discomfort when you go out of your realm to do something.
Yeah.
And that all adds up to your personality at the end. At the end of your total sum in your life of things you've done, it creates you a pretty strong person, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, the whole, if you don't seek discomfort, when the time comes and something actually happens to you, then you want to commit suicide. I mean,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, what do I do? I was just ashamed by 100 people. People just laughed at me, or they people just, I mean, people laughed at me. People put me on Facebook, and millions of people just saw me naked or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? Good God, it happens to everybody. Honestly, it happens. Everybody has hurdles. Just get over them. Find new ones to go over. Find new hurdles if you're not finding any right now in your life.
Joining the track team in junior high, that was seeking discomfort. It put us through hell week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember they called it hell week. The first week was trying to weed out any weak people, and we were hurting, man. The whole school. You see all these boys and girls walking around limping,
Yep.
Just beat. But once you got through that, man, you felt good. Seek discomfort.
Yeah. Hell week and dog days of football.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well that's extreme discomfort.
That was a tough one. Now I had to go through that, and then after I went through those, I was like, and then right when school started, and after I got to the dog days and stuff, the coach, I was personally, I was okay with the fact that now that I got past the hard part, I could quit because this guy was an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I remember the kids that had first day of school, they'd already been through 2 weeks of football. So they were almost like soldiers.
Yep. That's how I felt. We did practice twice a day, and you had the pads on, and you had
2 a days.
Everything. It was like 90 some odd degrees outside, and you're just wow. It's like that was a dog days. That was a brutal. I remember there's a song right now. It's the dog days are over, but that's what I think of every time I hear that song. I think of football in the summer and just kicking your butt. But you know what?
Yeah, because the rest of us would walk in all happy from summer vacation, and these guys were like already tired and beat, but they were excited. They had that.
They had already dropped 20 pounds, probably, or 10 pounds at least.
They had that feeling of accomplishment, though.
At the very beginning of the school year.
At the very beginning of the year, they walk in already accomplished. You're like, these, and we were really excited because Kelso football. So these guys are ready. Wow.
Yeah.
They seem
to like it. Kelso has soldiers, man, for football players. They always have. It's
well, I tried to go in there, and they wouldn't give me a uniform. I was too small, but I should have forced them to. They're like, I don't know if you really need this. It happened in junior high, and I accepted it. I should have fought for my spot. They're like, we don't have any outfits that small. That was their claim.
Oh, Brian didn't know that.
That was my own fault. I should have forced it. It happened in college too. I was a football manager because the guy wouldn't let me play. And I gave the equipment to a guy that wasn't on the list, and the coach wouldn't let him play either, but he was smart. I go, how'd you get on? They wouldn't let me on. He goes, you gave me the equipment. I handed him the equipment. His name wasn't on the list, but
that's funny.
Yeah, we ate lunch together all the time, and I said, man, that was a good trick.
Now, how much did you weigh in high school?
Well, I got in there, I was probably 115. That's not that small.
No, that's pretty small. I mean, comparatively in high school. I mean,
yeah, junior high, though, I was 78 pounds. And the guy goes, we got enough shrimps already, and we have no little uniforms left.
Well, I think in particular, the only reason why I say it, I don't know what age or size you have to be, but it seems to me that Kelso had a lot of big boys. You know what I mean?
Well, we had a lot of small guys too, but yeah, I think they wanted guys that they tell them they're too small, and the guy's like, I'm not leaving until I get my uniform.
Right.
I just wasn't aggressive enough. But my mom didn't want me to play either. She said, do the wrestling.
Right. Yeah.
They're little guys. You're wrestling a guy your own size.
Wrestling, you can do the track and field or whatever,
Well, she loved track because you didn't have to have any stuff or any other people. I could practice in the backyard. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I tried to get my kids in the track. My daughter could run like the wind when she was younger, and then she grew up. She wasn't really in for it and do it anymore. But I was like, well,
I wasn't very fast. Slow. I wasn't slow, but I was small and not very fast. But
yeah,
found the pole vault.
my son, I got him to martial arts at a young age, and I'm so glad I did because prior to that, he was in. I was trying to give him some self-esteem at the time, you know, but prior to that, he was in fights every day at school,
Wow.
and then yeah, every day at school he was going to fight with somebody, and then I mean I think his second grade, he went to the principal's office like 28 times because
Wow.
these kids would pick on him, and it was they were a very tough bunch of kids. I mean, from a rough neighborhood, and they would say it was their second grade. They're actually even in kindergarten. They were just say the worst, foulest things that any man can get, can say at a very young age because they're coming there saying the C word, the N word, whatever it is.
Dude.
Particularly, they're calling people this stuff, and I told me being the guy with no smarts, apparently, I don't know, that's not true, but I told him, I said, you know what? I said, somebody confronts you, somebody going to fight you, Chandler. Just stand up and you're a big kid, just take them out. And I mean, he just didn't put up with any crap. So these kids would come at him, and he just pick them up and throw them, pick 'em up and throw them, and whatever. He wasn't starting the fights, but
Yeah,
he
he
was like,
wasn't a bully. He was
he
just
wasn't a bully.
responding.
No. But then I put him in, but he was getting so much trouble. I put him in martial arts at the time because this is what happened to me when I got into martial arts in high school. I was in wrestling from like I did football like in third grade, I think, at first, and then I did wrestling from fifth grade to 10th grade, really, and
Wow.
fourth or fifth grade, I'm not quite certain. And then in 10th grade, I got my grades were so horrible in high school that I couldn't be on the team. So then I switched into martial arts, and because it wasn't a school thing, I had to go outside and seek discomfort elsewhere.
Yeah.
But no, it was like I when that happened, I quit. Like it was that I took the fire out of me that quickly. So I never,
Wow.
as soon as I knew how to fight, really knew that I was comfortable fighting, I didn't fight anymore. I could really basically dissuade or diffuse the situation,
Yeah,
which is a better thing to do, mind you.
de-escalate.
De-escalate, yeah. And so because I wasn't afraid anymore. I had this big thing for a long time where if somebody was going to, I was afraid that if somebody was going to attack me, they were going to attack me without me knowing, and it'd be like
Oh, wow.
unprovoked. So
Ambush type of
yeah.
thing.
So if you were a kid in the school and you said, "Hey, I want to beat up Lonnie Knowles," blah blah blah, well, Lonnie Knowles is going to sort you out and find you and solve that problem real quick. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be our first one to find out that teach you that you couldn't do that, because I actually was scared myself. I was like,
Yeah.
I was walking there and pull him up a little bit, but I was then when I found out that it's really pretty good, I was like, well, shoot, I don't need to fight anymore. I mean, yeah, I wasn't afraid. People weren't did not be afraid of me anymore because I wasn't trying to bully anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting times. But that's what I did with my son. Put him in that martial arts, and he went to the principal 0 times next year. It was
Wow.
cool. It was cool. And then he wanted to go. This is third grade now, third or fourth grade. No, fourth grade. And he was like, "Dad, can I go to a different school,
Oh, yeah.
which is over by you,
Yeah,
North
North Lake.
And that's where he wanted to go. And I said, you know what, Chandler? I said, so proud of you. I said, you know what? We're gonna do it. I'll move you because North Lake is where you want to go. It's a better school, and even though I honestly should have, as a parent, I should have had him seek more discomfort because it was horrible. But I mean, I feel like one thing my son hasn't done is actually dealt with some of that comfort, some of those issues he had back in the day. I
Mhm.
mean, I think that we as these parents, as these helicopter parents, apparently a little bit, where
Yeah.
we if there's an issue with him, we solve it for him. She didn't want to move, so I'm like, okay, fine, let's do it. Because I was proud of him. But then it was like, later on, it's like, hey, I don't want to play basketball, or I don't want to play. He probably played 5 years of baseball in the last two, at least the last two, totally miserable doing it.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like didn't want him to quit, and then finally I was like, well, go ahead, you can quit, you'll get back to it. Nah, he never did, of course.
Yeah.
But
I went to a few of his games at John Knoll. Those were fun.
yeah, we
That
did.
it could be
John Knoll.
scary though, batting against a pitcher that's a pretty fast pitcher. I remember that. You're a little scared. I got hit twice in one game, and then after that, I was never afraid of the ball again because I don't know. It wasn't as bad as
I don't know. I remember he got hit like 3 times in one day in regards to, or maybe more than that in 1 week. Can't remember, but it was just like every time I turned around, I kept getting hit in the ball. And he's like, I'm like, dude, and then he wouldn't get the bat. I mean, he'd go up to the bat, then he wouldn't swing. He'd like step back. He'd step back at that ball the whole time, totally afraid of it. So I couldn't get enough. I could not get him to swing at the bat, pretty much. So, and then I felt like he'd learn, and they brought him back the next year. I thought I'd get more confidence on towards that ball, and we went through some training with people, but it was not his thing anymore. He was over it. And if your child's over it, then you definitely have to be over it.
A lot of parents don't get that message, so they keep the kids going in sports they don't like. So for years, but yeah, when the kid's done, it's probably over.
Yeah, no, for sure, because he enjoyed it a lot, but the first couple of years there was a lot of politics. That's the thing I hate about sports.
That changed a lot. When I was playing in 1971, not a lot of politics. I mean, it was true. If your dad was the coach, you're probably going to be on All Stars, but that's also because your dad's going to give you extra practice. You're probably going to be a better player. Usually, the coach's kids were pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's it, dude. Also, the coach's kids always played pitcher.
Well, and a lot of times the coaches were harder on their kids, so their kids would get better.
Maybe, yeah, I can see that.
I remember that. It'd be a guy, he was tough on him. Well, yeah, it's his dad, the coach is his dad.
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt
back in youth baseball, little league, it would be a lot of times there'd be a guy that would be maybe mature for his age. So, and he's a 6th grader, but he's 5'7", 5'8". He's almost a grown man. He's going to dominate.
Yep. He's got the power behind the ball.
Yeah.
If you can rein that or harness that power in there.
Yeah. And when you're little, especially, and then you got this guy looks like a grown man throwing the ball at you, it's pretty intimidating for young players.
Yeah. I've heard that before. Yeah.
First time I batted, I was a 9-year-old and I shouldn't have been on majors. I go up there against this guy and he's almost 6 feet tall. And the sight of him scared me, but I was so little that he walked me. He couldn't find a strike zone. Yeah, it was scary. Though. I remember walking up there and my hands are sweaty and oh man, I'm just scared as hell.
I think I'm gonna take Chandler out and I think I'll golfing with him very soon. So
yeah, golf's fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, my son Carson did boxing for about a year and fighting and stuff, and that was seeking discomfort just to get himself stronger as a person. That was a good move.
Good. That's great.
A lot of discomfort. He came home with
black and moonlight. Yeah.
Some of those guys are big that he was having to spar with. Coach Caesar, he's really good with the kids. I hope he's coaching kids. Well, I don't know if anybody's doing anything right now, but once we get back doing things, boxing would be good.
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing it anymore or not.
Yeah. I don't know what sports are going on, but the little leagues playing or youth baseball. I see them in the uniforms.
Yeah, I saw them over there.
That's just a cool. I want to
go over there and get a hamburger just to support them.
Yeah, I thought about that, and I don't know if they do snow cones anymore.
I don't know, but if you come over, we'll head over there. Yeah. Just to help support,
Yeah.
not to, I don't know anybody's kids right now, but I'm sure if I go over there, people go, "Oh, Lonnie, yeah, we can."
Yeah, you hope so. Otherwise, they're going, "Why is that guy here?
Oh, no,
Why is that grown man here?"
well, no, you just go in there to support, give them money, get some peanuts and some
Yeah.
hamburgers. And, that's one thing I love about having the baseball field so close by here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Did you guys get forked over there? Did you guys get forked? Really? Yeah. Oh. Well, I don't know why they would do such a thing. That's funny. I've been forked before in the past. My neighbors here got forked.
Yeah.
I
remember you got forked one time. Did I do it? Was it me and Marty?
I think your wife did actually one time.
Ah, I think Marty was involved. He might have set
Probably.
it up. He
might have,
provided the forks.
There you go. Yeah, it's an interesting it's a cute little way. It's not gonna damage anything. It's not yeah, it's just you have a lot of plastic in your yard for a long time.
Yeah.
That lawnmower.
Way better than toilet paper.
I don't know. I love tossing toilet papers over the houses.
Yeah.
We're sleeping, you just throwing. Yeah, we used to do that a lot, man. That was fun. TP in somebody's house. Yeah.
Never did it.
No, we used to do it constantly. And then people would do eggs. I didn't like that. That's
horrible. We had that happen to us. We had one of my son's ex-girlfriends came over to my little cabana area and put spaghetti on everything, including in the tape player. Took her a good hour. It was
in the tape player.
Yeah, I had a record or a tape player out there. She put spaghetti everywhere, intricately messed up everything in that. Not just throwing spaghetti, she placed it. And I went over to have an argument with her, and she was up in her second floor window, and I could see she was too skilled to argue with. I was going to end up in jail if I'm trying to get mad at her or something. So she was good. And I said, "We're going." She was too skilled at that. I don't know how she knew we were gone or anything, but she came in and spent a good hour and a half to put all the spaghetti in there. And then her mom's like, "She didn't do it." I said, "Well, did she make spaghetti this morning?" "Yes." I go, "Well, then come on. How much more evidence do we need?" But
well, I know I concocted a plan. After we couldn't figure out toilet paper and I didn't want to do eggs because I thought that would ruin somebody's stuff,
Yeah.
But we take peanut butter and bread and we put them all over a couple of teachers' windows, which is pretty great. I thought I'm like, well, it's kind of like the peanut butter jelly, But yeah, that guy must have. Sure, it took a little while to do it, but I thought it was pretty creative. And the forking thing was a pretty fun thing too. We did that.
I thought that spaghetti was actually very clever. The spaghetti incident.
Yeah.
And it took a long time, and it took a long time to clean up. Some things were just ruined. Some things I couldn't fix. You put spaghetti in a cassette, it's over.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah.
But those were
spaghetti incident.
I laugh at it now. It's
copyrighted by Guns N' Roses. It is a album of theirs.
Yeah, I think that was the end of their career together.
I think so too. Yeah. Actually, I really like Guns N' Roses at the time, but I mean, back in the day. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think Guns N' Roses was my biggest, probably from 87, 88, I said
87,
late 87 to 91 probably, and then Pearl Jam and Nirvana and the whole grunge thing hit,
Yeah.
But they definitely had a run, man. They were one of the best concerts I've ever been to. So
yeah, they kind of came out of nowhere. They were living like on the streets almost. It was crashing in people's apartments.
Living in Hollywood, I think they were.
Yeah, rough.
That's why that Welcome to the Jungle CD or video looks so. It looks very, very surreal, kind of. You know what I mean? With he comes into Hollywood in that video, and he's all hair, and then he's just all goofed up and takes a bus in and a bus out. Yeah.
Him doing that swaying.
Welcome to the jungle.
I had a friend that could do that really well, do that impersonation. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I used to do it years ago, but I can't now. Now he's doing it on accident. My body just moves that way.
I think
Welcome to the jungle.
that's just something that came natural for Axl. It was a weird thing, but it worked.
It was snake-like.
Yeah. That was hilarious. He's kind of nuts now, but
no, I believe it. I haven't seen him for quite a while, actually.
Yeah.
He hasn't stopped by the old crib here. You know, speaking of crib.
He's still working on that album. They've done 14 million takes of one guitar licks. I heard he would do that. He would do the same thing over and over thousands of times. And they're like, we're never going to get an album out of this towards the end. Let's do that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, as long as what album is that you're talking about?
I think it was, I don't think it ever came out. I think has been working on it for years.
Well, I'm interested in hearing it. And I'm also interested in hearing the Prince 8,000 songs they have found.
Yeah, Prince was the opposite. He could do stuff on one take.
Yeah,
let's do that song. Let's do another. Eddie Van Halen said the same thing. He said, "Don't go overboard on takes, man." He said, "I go in, I get it done." Some of it he just makes up. He would get things done.
Oh yeah, for sure. He plays guitar. He's a musician, but you can't when you're singing. You can't. With the guitars and stuff, you can whine and stuff. With singing, you really can't do too much of that and go and.
But like Axl would oversee this guitar part, and he'd say, "It's not good. Do it again."
I'm lying right there, Brian. I'm lying right there because you know who did that with their vocals. So they just made it so it sounded great, but you couldn't have a clue what they were saying. Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder. A lot of his words, you have no clue what he's saying because it's kind of like this mumble jumble. You know, the Jeremy spoke in class today. I mean, I loved it, but you really, as long as it was harmonized correctly, you had no idea what he was saying. You know, so you have to
that
go back
line,
later
though,
on.
that one line Eddie Vedder does, freezing, wrap my hand on that where he does it. So it's almost like an art.
Freezing. Wrap my head on hell made of concrete. Again. Yeah. That's a really great song, actually. If you
that's amazing.
And it's like a homeless man, you know, that's the whole thing.
And then the song's called Even Flow, which is a diaper, I believe. That always cracked people up. Even Flow, what's next? Huggies?
I think Even Flow is breast milk.
I don't know.
Like a nut.
Flow. I just saw yesterday. Yeah, I'll look it up yesterday. I saw Eddie Vedder Unplugged doing that song, Even Flow, and it was pretty cool. I could hear what he was saying.
Yeah. No, I love it when they have that postmodern jukebox, which I love, by the way. I love postmodern jukebox. So, and they take songs like they did Black recently. Somebody did Black from Pearl Jam, and it's different, but it's very unique. But it's very cool, you know. And they have a girl puts a little swing into it, you know. It's just like you know, she said, you know, her legs spread out before me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting, but her legs.
Highly inappropriate.
No, it's not really, but it's a great song. But yeah, postmodern jukebox. Check them out, folks. That's my musical tip of the week. Yeah, speaking of tips.
That's not it. That's not it.
Where are you going?
Wrong thing. Sorry, I thought Even Flow came up as car seats.
That's what?
Car seats. Is Even Flow a car seat?
Car seat? Maybe. I thought it was a child's
let me look.
Bottle. That's what I think it's bottles. Even Flow.
Yeah, I thought so too, but here's an Even Flow spelled different. I'm gonna look up Even Flow baby products. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought it was diapers.
How it flow the diaper. See, I think
that seems weird. That would make sense. I'm looking up Even Flow baby products.
Speaking of Even Flow, and
I love that name.
In my head, I think that basically the diapers. I don't get that one, but
they are. You're right. It's baby bottles. Even Flow. Yeah, Even Flow diapers. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
You think that people think I'm going sexual because I make I'm thinking the milk and yeah, but then Don's on even flow because it's flow. You know, you have see, I knew what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, you're right. Bottles make a lot more sense. Even
Yeah.
blue diapers are kind of funny because that just means the pee flows evenly. I don't know, but this
Well,
is look at those even flow
fluid.
baby bottles
Yeah.
and
I
car
see.
seats.
And they have car seats now, huh? Well, that's fine. That's good.
Yeah, so people joked about that even flow, just the title, but the song was one of his best. Do you think that was one of his best songs?
It's a good song. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like all their songs.
And-
Even flow. I used to she'll sing that stuff, but
Well, you brought up a good point because after he says even flow one time, he says some stuff. I don't know what it is. He's like, even flow.
yeah,
I'm like,
see,
oh, okay,
it's
okay.
funny because but
And,
and
but it's good.
for years you try to figure it out what the words are, and
Yeah.
you should look into the words now, the
Yeah,
lyrics.
I'll look those up. He says something about, but he chases them away, hey, or
And
something.
he chases them away.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, even flow lyrics.
Yeah, it's like I know them top of my head, but I don't know. I can't remember them apparently. I don't know. Yeah. Well, you get them?
That says not available, undecipherable. No, just a minute. It doesn't say that.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, this one looks like it. It says kneeling, looking through the paper though he doesn't know to read.
That's what it
yet.
is. That's what it
Okay,
is.
yeah.
Kneeling, looking through the paper though he doesn't know to read.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to find the whole thing. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's just like it's
Just the way he does it.
homeless person. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
living the life. That's why when
Well,
a lot of these bands come out, their first album is so creative
oh
because
yeah.
they have so much raw talent coming to it. You know, these stories.
Yeah.
So that's why
Well, their whole life leads up to it.
That's why that album 10 by Pearl Jam is one of the best albums I've ever had in my life. It 10 is just amazing. It was stolen out of my car probably 3 times.
Oh man.
At least 3 or 4 times actually. I've owned it many
There
times.
it is. You can sing that. Freezing, rest his head on a pillow made of concrete again.
Again.
Oh, feeling.
Maybe he'll see a little better than the days.
Oh, okay. I thought it said a better Saturday, so that's good. Oh, handout. Faces that he sees time again. Ain't that familiar? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Here's one I didn't know. Even flow. Thoughts arrive like butterflies. No idea. Wow.
Yeah, thoughts arrive like butterflies.
Wow, he doesn't know, so he chases them away. Hey, yeah, the way he sings, it's incredible. Oh, there's that one you like, kneeling.
Yeah, that's a really, really, really
The
good
paper,
song.
though he doesn't know to read. Yeah, wow. Praying now to something that has never showed. He's praying to something that has never showed him anything. Wow. Whoa. And the wind's on its way.
Now, I will tell you right now that even though you see lyrics there right now, they may not always be correct.
Yeah, but that's pretty good stuff.
People that looks right. That all sounds right. People do decipher them differently. It's kind of like the Bible on music. People are like, oh, well, this is what it says. They'll write it down.
Well, the next line's really good. Oh, ceilings, few and far between, all the legal halls of shame. So he can't get a roof over his head. That's pretty powerful, I think.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Ceiling, yeah, because
I love that kid, that Vetter kid.
Yep. Yep.
He might be my son, my long lost son. I don't know.
It could be mine, but that means I have to go back in time.
Well, yeah. I don't know how old he is. He'd be a good younger brother. Maybe I'll do the 23andMe and find out if I'm related to Eddie Vedder.
There you go. Yeah. Well, he basically your raspy voice, if you could sing that clear.
Yeah, maybe I'll work on that. Yeah. I'll message him every day and try to get him to help me with my singing.
Or you'll be put in jail on it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so Brian, I have questions for you still. If you're no, these are silly questions, but
I was working up. I did write him a thing a few years back. I had a cheese product. I wanted to fake cheese. I was gonna have him be the spokesman. We were gonna call it Vetter Cheddar. instead of
Better
better cheddar. Yeah, better cheddar. It would have been cheese, and all the money would have gone to a good cause. Getting
It
Bill
would have.
Cosby out of jail was the charity.
Well, right now, I would buy that
Better cheddar, you'd
better
buy it.
cheddar.
I think people would buy
I
it
know I
just for
would.
the
I would know
name.
I would. You know, matter of fact,
That's hilarious.
if I had a cheese shop in Seattle, which there is,
Wow.
there's a Bitchel cheese
Oh,
on
Betchel,
Pike,
yeah.
Pike Place Market down there. They make a cheese. I would definitely talk to Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
Get
Betchel
that
is
together.
expanded into cryptocurrency.
Probably. I watched another thing this morning. The cryptocurrency world is going nuts right now.
Yeah.
They are just they're like they're gonna, you know, they're pretty certain everything's gonna be going to altcoins. And altcoins, by the way, is every coin except for Bitcoin. So
Oh, they have another thing called non-fungible or something transactions, and it's a Bitcoin type of thing or a cryptocurrency, but it only works like either for one company or one person or something. It's a wild thing. You got to check that out. It's interesting.
I watched yesterday. They're allowing you to buy. See, this is where you know it's going to go. This is why you know it's not going anywhere. They're allowing you to buy Lexuses and so forth, Lexus and like these high-end cars.
Yeah.
With Dogecoin.
Crypto.
Well, Dogecoin and stuff, and there's other places that are allowing you to do
I wonder if you can buy other, like, can you buy Bitcoin with Doge?
Probably.
Yeah, if they can go back and forth with that, I think it's going to be interesting.
I mean, it's
weird though. I didn't know
is.
about the energy consumption. I wish they could come up with a better way. That seems weird.
Yeah.
Mining.
I don't know. But I'll tell you what, it's as easy as this Robinhood application. I don't even talk.
That's okay.
But the Robinhood application, it is easy as going to right here. You go. There's two buttons. Shoot. Two buttons: buy and sell. So
there you go.
You can either buy at that rate or sell at that rate. And
yeah, and you have to do that, so they can't just take money out of your account, but they will. You can cash in your money and all that, and get real. You're getting a nice.
It goes right to my bank account. Yeah. So
yeah, I think it's interesting. I think Bill Maher's kind of a grumpy old man too. Part of the reason he was railing against it, but also he's a comedian. That has a lot of good jokes. Bitcoin and all that. There's a lot of good jokes available. So.
Well, we need to get the Bitcoin going on. It's pissing me off that I haven't got that going a little farther.
What's the Bitcoin at right now?
38.6.
Oh, the Dogecoin?
The Dogecoin. Oh, the Dogecoin is at 38.6. Sorry. Yeah. 38 cents a piece. And it's but the other stuff, let's see here. Cryptocurrency is
well, didn't your son buy it 6 cents?
He did. He already sold it.
Oh, come on. What's the deal?
Right. Yeah, I was pissed.
Why did he do that? Did he make some money?
Well, yeah, he had to go buy some. He had his tie rods put in his car yesterday.
Oh, so he was able to, like, did he double his money or something?
Oh, he tripled his money, I think. Yeah.
Well, there you go. So that's a good short-term move.
Yeah.
Way to go. So he got something he needed and he used it to get real, or I don't mean to say real money, but to get conventional money.
Yeah, no, it was he did a good job on that one. I think I honestly right now I'm like, don't sell this stuff for a while.
I wouldn't sell. If you got it, keep it. I'm looking forward to when maybe you can pay the PUD with it. That'd be.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you definitely can.
I don't think you can now. If I tell the PUD I'm paying with Dogecoin, they'll probably laugh me out of the building.
Maybe.
But the guy might take me outside and say, hey, I'll buy the Dogecoin from you.
Right. Yeah, but I'm not sure how you can't do that, I don't think.
Not yet. It'll take a while, I think. But like the Dallas Mavericks, you can pay, you can get beers and all the food and everything and I think tickets with Dogecoin.
Yeah, you can buy everything with that.
Yeah, well, they accept it as cash.
So Bitcoin right now has gone down in price, and that's why everybody else is saying that all the altcoins are going to go skyrocket because Bitcoin's going down.
What's Bitcoin at right now? 5,800.
56,000.
56,000 or 100?
56,000.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. It's 56,686. Yeah. So the prices have just, it's insane.
That's great.
Yeah. And you think about that, if that's $56,000, if all the other ones even go $100, I'm in like Flynn for a while. So,
well, Jake Paul's into it, and he seems to be the man of the hour lately. He's heavily into Bitcoin and all the other alternative cryptocurrencies. I think he's into 3 right now.
Well, because cryptocurrency, like I said, as long as the internet doesn't go down.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. 56,764. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Tripping over my words. That's crazy.
Yeah, 56,000. Could you? So, if you have, I think the next largest one is
well, if you bought it at $1 back 12 years ago, it started in 2008, I think. They don't know who started it.
I can't. It was actually always investors and a couple. Well, actually, it was not really investors. It was more like these computer people who just decided that, you know what, they're sick of giving money to the banks.
Yeah.
And these brilliant people, and they came up with they all got together and came up with a guy. I can't remember his name. It's a fake name. It's
Satoshi Nakamoto is the fake name for the creator of Bitcoin.
Yep. And so it was, but it's actually these group of people who are just super intelligent, and they decided, you know what, we're gonna quit giving the banks money, just because I want to give money to Brian and buy something from him. Why am I giving the bank money? And then, well, the reason why it was made to begin with, Brian, is because when we had to bail out the banks twice in a row in 2008 or 2007, that's when they're pissed. Like, we just gave this government or the banks $500 billion twice. They're like, bullshit. We're not going to ever be that bad again. We're not going to ever, they refuse. They're very upset with the social. And I understand that. I mean, that was basically, we just handed people money because they basically did us wrong. They're the ones who screwed up. And so we had to bail them out. And after we bailed them out twice in a row, people were sick of it. And they said, well, we're going to, and once you know that premise of it, then it's okay. I mean, then I'm like, okay, well, shoot. I understand that a little more, because who in God's green earth wants to bail these banks out? You're thinking, that was ridiculous.
People don't trust the banks, maybe for good reason. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm well aware. All they were was, money hungry, friggin', they had their heyday in 2008. It was or 2007, I should say. The lenders, the mortgage lenders, were giving people money they couldn't afford it ever in their life. They could never afford that much money to pay it back. And they had no problem giving them loans. They had the breath test. If you could breathe, we'll give you the loan.
Yeah.
And that doesn't fly anymore. They have to a little more. You actually have to be able to say, hey, I'm making X amount of dollars a year, and everything is above board. So,
well, it wasn't just the banks. So, like in my case, I got a loan for too much. My house wasn't worth what they were saying.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. The banks allowed you to do that. Allowed you to screw yourself over.
But I did. I have to take the blame for it, because I bought into it. Because if I had been smarter, I would have said, okay, it's not worth that much. Let's not do this. But
what they did was they took for the first time ever, they took your personal worth, and then they add your house to it, and then all of a sudden your worth became, way more, and they so all of a sudden you could loan more money, and that's your house, the deficit, not a positive, so that's the difference on those. Before it was always just, the value of what you make and so forth,
but the homeowner shares, I share some responsibility too. It's not just I shouldn't have fallen for it. Oh, here's a little thing about Bitcoin. The reason Bitcoin uses a lot of energy is rooted in the way the Bitcoin network operates. A digital currency is not controlled by any central bank. you have to build a blockchain of Bitcoin payments. So
blockchains.
it's blockchain. So
I don't know
I'm
much
not
about the
sh-
blockchains. I've been learning
Yeah.
about it, but you know, I was definitely afraid of this for a while, and I wouldn't do it. Since 2008, I'd say I had some guys trying to get me into this thing, and I was just not for it. I was like, no way, I'm not going to put money into this thing, you know. But
Well,
now,
here's an interesting thing. Other figures suggest that the network actually consumes more electricity than the whole of Serbia, the whole country. That's how the government's going to shut down Bitcoin because of the energy consumption. They're going to outlaw it. It's going to happen, but I think the Bitcoin people are going to find a way around that. These seem like
yeah,
people that can't be stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're almost like revolutionaries in a weird way.
Well, they really are actually.
I'm all for it. I just got to throw a few hundred in there, but
well, yeah, I suggest, you know, that's why he's like, we haven't been doing much. We have extra money from the government at the moment helping us out there.
Well, I want them to, they'll come up with a new one. And if it's got a catchy name that I like E-Coin or something, you know, because Brian Calhoun or something.
Yeah, I got you.
They come out with Calhoun coin. I'll buy a bunch of it.
There's Ethernet right now.
A cat coin would be good too, because Dogecoin's okay. I like dogs, but I'm a cat guy. So if you come up with kitty coin, that might be too weird. Actually, that could end up being kitty coin. Doesn't that sound kind of scary? Like it's somehow involved in pornography.
I think they're all pretty interesting, but if you take that Robinhood app I send you, did I send you? I did.
Yeah.
Okay, click that button and download it. You can look into it.
Yeah, I'll do it on my computer where I can sit down.
Yeah, no, it's definitely I mean, it's just interesting because what I suggest, you know, if I don't want anybody to get in to go broke. However,
no, but if you put $100 or something,
if you're going to go away for the weekend and you're going to spend $100 anyway, and now you're not going to, you might as well put that $100 into invest it, you know. Or if you're going to go gambling, like the casino, which I haven't done, that's why I'd rather go. If I've been like, well, shoot, I can't do this, so I'll take that $100 and go put it into something, you know.
Well, my brother was saying he thought it'd be a good idea if you say you invest $1,000 in it and you double your money, take the original 1,000 out, so now you can't lose any money, and then just have fun with that extra 1,000. It could go way up. He in a year he doubled his money on Microsoft stocks back in 20 years ago. Did a 1-year experiment, and when it doubled, he cashed out. He said he probably should have kept some in there because it kept going up.
Yeah. Well, there I will send you the invite, but just in case, because if you get it, and then if you get it, then I think we both get like a free something. I don't know, but that's cool.
They give you stuff. They give you free gifts.
Yeah, they give me like if you join Robinhood, I get a free like a couple credits or something. I don't know. And then actually, to be honest with you, let me tell you this. So when you join, I get somebody gets a couple free stocks, right? And then how that works is that they give you like 3 stocks to choose from.
Yeah, that's what it says.
And then, then you not to choose from. It's actually like it's a game. It's like a little, you know, you open this envelope up and you see what's in it. I got one stock of Apple.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was like $150. I was like, whoa.
I'd like to join and they send you a pair of green tights. That'd be funny. Robinhood.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Bad. Yeah, I'll probably get into Robinhood. I might not do much, maybe even just $100.
Yeah, no, for sure. I totally get that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. What some people love it, some people hate it. Warren Buffett's against it. Then you got Mark Cuban loves it. Yeah, I think it's worth a shot. Like you said, it's better than gambling because I try to. If I was to bet on the fights, I would have lost the last 9 bets I made, man. So I'm not. Yeah, even the guy that broke his leg, I had him winning. I bet I would have bet on him.
Well,
I bet against Jake Paul. I would have bet against Jake Paul, so I would have lost money there too.
Well, that, that guy sadly is oh, I don't know. I mean,
a lot of guys are kind of coming around on his side now. They're like, hey, the guy's bold and he's making noise. Boxing hasn't been this popular in years. Boxing was dying because they had too many champions. They had 5 champions for every division. You can't have that. You got to have one world champion.
I would be that champion. There you go, right?
People blame Jake Paul, but he saw an opening and he knows how to make money. He's a villain. He went to that UFC fight and 15,000 people were cheering F Jake Paul, using the F word.
Right.
Cheering that. And he said, well, I got one answer for that. Ka-ching. That was his answer. Ka-ching. He's making a lot of money. If you like Jake Paul, he's not going to make money. If you hate him, he's going to clean up.
You see a free dog there?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have villains. It's good to have a villain in sports right now.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, well, there needs to be a villain and everything. Right now, our villains are the Peaky Blinders, kind of. But
yeah. Well, I saw Jake Paul's dad, him and his brother with his dad, and his dad's a pretty cool older guy, and he just tells his son to take chances, seek discomfort, and go for it.
Well, Brian, real quick, just let you know, it is past that magical hour, and we're at the pound hour. So we've got to pound it out when you can. I'm not sure what your plans are later on. I'm going to go to the Tulip Farm Factory apparently later on today for a birthday party for my sister. But you can go ahead and call me right now if you want, and we'll talk.
I'll get a hold of you after this.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
All right,
I'll talk to you
I think you won yesterday again.
Yep, I will. I did.
Boom. Boom. Oh,
there you
man. Go. Yeah, I'm zigging when I should have zagged. You got me again.
Okay, brother. Peace out, Girl Scouts, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.